Greetings, greetings. Good evening, sisters and brothers. This is another discussion on the Melanin Report 360, the Melanin Report 360, the Melanin Report 360. So, thank you for tuning in, and I look forward to your comments and perhaps questions, etc. But I'm going to talk a few moments about this society that we find ourselves living in. We have interesting past, obviously, present, and perhaps future. So we have to bear all of that in mind and keep it in mind because this is perhaps another challenge, some may say, an opportunity, and definitely an opportunity for us to do better. When we do better, we know better, we do better. So, with that said, we need to know better by now. We should know better. So, what I'm going to discuss, be still and know we are God. You are God, a goddess, a most high. And this is our reality. This is why we were put here on the planet to counter the chaos and confusion, because the only thing we know to be true, this country is full of chaos and confusion. Whether it's HIV AIDS, that was the big thing 25 years ago. We haven't even heard about, unless it's AIDS Day, which is December 1st every year. We just don't hear too much about it. And I do apologize for the light or lack thereof. So I kind of have another light here and a light up there, but hopefully we can you can kind of see me in the gray and all the fabulousness here that we are bringing. Yeah, but we need to recognize that we are here to counter this energy in this country specifically. And that's why we were planted here. We were created and either were brought here or to some degree we were taken or brought by our family members, etc., to this country. We have an interesting history, as we know. We know we have an interesting history, and some are saying it's getting better, some are saying it's getting worse. So, what I would like to offer up is we are gods. When you know that you come from that realm of existence, you behave accordingly. You're not wilding out, you're doing everything to bring joy, beauty, benevolence, peace, harmony, etc. Anything less than that, that's a disservice to our DNA, our legacy, and the history of what we know to do. So obviously there's going to be some in our community to be a little bit, I don't want to say that's going to feed into that chaos and confusion. I don't want to say that, but that could be a reality for some. But if you're watching this video, chances are you're at a different plane of consciousness. And because you're watching this video or will listen to this video at some point, be driven to view this video, this is a higher level vibrational information. because there's a lot of people on YouTube, there's a lot of people on Twitter, there's a lot of people fill in the blank, TikTok. But when we know better, we do better. And we've known better. Our ancestors have known better, and they did better. And right now, it's kind of up in the air if we are doing better, because we have the DNA, we have the information in our cells at the cellular level. We know to do the very best we can, with the tools, without the tools. We just know. When we came to this incarnation, we knew what to do, we knew what not to do. And it's to our best interest to accentuate the very positive, the very essence of who we are, not because they expect it or whomever expects it. That's what our legacy is. That's all we know to do. And the truth will set us free. So with that, we know that in these times, the God Goddess needs to appear. The God Goddess, because the chaos, the confusion, the election, the COVID, there's always something. And we can plug in or plug it out or plug in. That's your choice. That's your choice. So what I am saying is raise your vibration. When you raise your vibration, we're eating properly, we're taking supplements properly, we're moving the body, we are meditating, we are peaceful. I've had so many people cut me off. I've got a little Prius, so they don't realize the power in the Prius, even though it is a 1.8 cylinder. But there's just like, oh, I got to get in front of, I had someone come in front of me and just come around me just to make a left or a right or whatever. It's just like, are people just understanding everything that they're doing? They're planting a seed. If I, not so much of the mundane, the in and out, but at some level, we are planting seeds every day. Our actions are planting seeds, our inaction. And that's how, we don't need to necessarily do quite that. We need to have a standard, and we have at a standard, and then we exceed the standard, But this society, they have us coming and going. You're paranoid about HIV 20 years ago, 25 years ago, and then Ebola. There's always something. It's always something driving the undercurrent, the underbelly, folks. And that's what gets the news. That's what gets the attention. That's what we talk about. That's what we know to be, we accept. But I would like to have you consider raising your vibration so that we have our truth. And we don't even recognize, yeah, we are informed. Okay, it's no problem to be informed, but we're not inundated, and it just brings our energy down. And that's what I'm saying to you. We should not bring our energy down in any way. If you have melanin, okay, this beautiful, there's many rays, so I don't want anyone sending me messages because I'm going to say, deep dark chocolate or mocha or whatever. One drop theory. So if you have melanin, there's nothing else you can do but be great. But now there are people, they are here to do more of the chaos and confusion. So that's in another lane. But the majority of our people and people around us, they want to do the very best. They want the very best for their children. They want the very best for their families. And this is what we need to do. We don't have an opportunity to just, kick back, smoke a blunt, and, blah, blah, blah. We have to be the very essence of what our ancestors dreamt of. They knew there would be a time that we wouldn't be beaten necessarily and this and that. But with that said, we should know, like I said, what we are here to do. If you want to ascend, to matriculate with education, that's there. If you want to start a business, that's there. The sky's the limit because you are connected to the source. When you're connected to the source, all things are possible. You can live your God Goddess self. You will live your God Goddess self. And so keep that in mind as these days are new in the new year. But I believe that this society only has an idea. They have a clear understanding of just having people on something, a little bit of chaos, a little bit of confusion, a little bit of, and hence the driving is, I got to be in front. I've got to, cut you off. I've got to do what I can do to get ahead. But there's balance. There's balance in life. And if you are listening under my voice and you hear this to be your truth, and that will set you free. It will set you free because a lot of, not only the coil, we talked about that, the natural hair, we talked about that a few weeks ago. But it's not even that in and of itself. We're not even talking about hair. We're not talking about the coil. The natural hair is a coil, which is the DNA spiral. The DNA, and we have living DNA on our head. Our hair stands up. We know that it goes to the heavens, if you will. So we know the DNA of our bodies. Maybe we don't, but we can probably go into that later on this month. But out of the gazillion cells that the parent, your male, your father, and entered the course to your mother, and you became, and that's like 1 in quadrillion cells, sperm that enter the womb, and you became. So that in and of itself is a miracle. Our life is a total miracle because we still are standing. If you did not create us, you cannot destroy us. Hear me. If you did not create us, you cannot destroy us. I'll say it again. If you did not create us, you cannot destroy us. So that in and of itself, we should stand taller. We should stand bolder. We should not be wild and out towards our people. That's a part of the enemy's plan, our open enemy's plan, for us to have so much self-hatred that we do harm to ourselves. That takes them off the hook. No, they already killing each other up. They don't even have to say, oh, we don't want black on black crime, melanin on melanin crime, we don't want to see that, blah, blah. No one's going to come out and say that. That's some of the master plan, the ultimate plan in their lane. That's what they, in a sick, twisted way, they kind of sigh on that, you know, that is despicable. If you're plotting to harm another melanated person, that is, who does that? Who does that? So that is a percentage of our people is lost, won't be found in this lifetime. You cannot, I don't know, I don't want to say you can, I don't want to do absolute, but it would be challenging, I'll say that, to create a different atmosphere or a different reality for them. But it's as long as you have breath, you have life, you can make a decision on a dime. You can change your mind on a dime. You can change your vibration. And that's what we want to do. Because our open enemy, they're just, sitting back watching. You know, not you don't see any public service announcements on stop the shooting, stop the violence in Black communities. You're not going to see that. That's our job. That's what we need to do. We need to get to a kumbaya moment of peace, oneness, and benevolence towards our own people. We're in a critical time with the COVID, the Senate, the House of Representatives. I mean, it's just chaos and confusion, and that's what they want you on that hook. They toss toss it out and see what they're gonna bite and blah blah blah. But this is what we don't want our people to do. We need to ascend to a higher vibratory state. If I see, another sister, brother, 25, 30 years ago, they were about my complexion, and now they are lighter. This is a people, that's a lost mind. If you don't see the beauty in your melanin, this is a lost people. Not everyone, I'm not suggesting that. But clearly, when we know better, we will do better. And we know better. We have the data. We got the receipts. So there's no benefit in killing each other. That's not why we're here. To harm each other, to be vindictive towards each other. This is ridiculous. For, people going back and forth, and having internet, social media wars and this and that. And I just sit back and wonder what's going on? What's really going on? But this is the hidden agenda that's really not so hidden. So we need to pay attention. We have to pay attention because we are the gods that they're seeking. When you are vibrating much higher, you're doing the very, very best. You are doing, you are helping your sister, your brother. You are in that zone of benevolence, of humbleness. This is what we know we can do. Um, this country is not put that well together because it's a new, I mean, 1619 is about the year, and they tried to kill off the natives and, and say enslaved us. I mean, it's been one thing after another, and enough. We can just say enough, enough. We're tired of the games that people play. The Senate, the House, I mean, it's just really, I would say, just wipe everything away. And I don't know if maybe we can self-govern, imagine that we can self-govern. But with that said, I think we need to come together as a people, set the standard, which is very, very high. And I'm not talking about economics or this or that. I'm talking about the standard of livelihood. I have a standard. I have a standard of my diet. I know what I need to eat. I know what I need not to eat. I have a highest standard of living. I don't want to say my best life, but it's like tongue in cheek, but have a good understanding of what I need to do on a daily basis. I was at I had to take my kitten to the vet today, and I don't want to say stunned, but I was in a suburb of Phoenix, and not too far, maybe 10 miles. It wasn't too far. And there was, when I backed in, and so they will come, and the guy came and got the kitty cat, and I didn't even go in there, and they come back and blah blah blah. So I waited, and I had some errands to run while I waited, but anyway, I had a moment to just observe. To my left, it was like a homeless community. I think there were like maybe 6 or 7 families, and I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And I didn't see anyone. I didn't see anyone there. I don't know if it was people were going to get food. I don't know. But this is where we are. It saddened me. It saddened me. The humanity um, was shocked, you know. And there are a lot of people right now that's a reality. That is really a reality, sad to say. In the best country on the planet, they will have you to say or believe, USA, USA, USA. There was a homeless little area, right, grocery store across the street, shopping, and I was just amazed. So we need to take the blinders off from 2020 and see everything that we need to see and recognize that this is when you do things so horribly, when you enslave my ancestors, perhaps your ancestors, for hundreds of years, and this is what the reality is today, it makes you wonder. See, the ancestors, they've been listening. They've been listening. So I don't know what the end game is with the new administration. I really don't care, to be honest, because I know that if you do things so horrific, the enslavement, just think about that. The enslavement of Black and brown people, the putting the natives, this was their land and we were here too. They put them on reservations. You can't do that and it not be recorded. It will be recorded. And it's being recorded right now. The actions right now, spiritually in the heavens, if you will, it's being recorded. So this country, we're a part of this country. This is our country. We built this country. Our ancestors built this country. So it's rightfully ours. So do your very best. Don't come here with the chaos and confusion and wilding out and, drinking and drugging and think you doing something. Is that why your ancestors, this is the legacy you're going to leave when your ancestors were beaten, killed, maimed, raped, sodomized, etc.? And that's what you're going to come here and do. This is improper, So the standard should be elevated. We should have an elevated standard of living, of being, and nothing else will do. We have to, when we know better, we do better. And we definitely know better because our ancestors paved the way so we could do better. So ye are gods. Ye are gods. So be still and know. In all the chaos and confusion, just be still, once or twice or three times a day. Turn off the cell phone, turn off the TV, turn off and turn in to your knowing that ye are God. I am a God. I am a goddess. My antenna, because I'm eating great. I'm getting sunshine. It was sunshine today, which here it's about 300 days in the year. 300 days of sun per year. And that's primarily why I live here. But clearly our actions are very much speaking louder than words. So if you're beefing on social media, why? 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 you know, pick and choose your battles and let the battles be very little, very few battles, because there's a spiritual essence of who we are. And when you're tapped into your ancestors, as we talked about yesterday, we pay homage to, we pour libation to the ancestors. We are protected. We are protected. We are protected beyond what we can see, beyond what we can see. And so give yourself a moment to breathe, to move, work out, keep the peace, whenever you have an opportunity to show benevolence to another human, please do so. Please do so. Because at the end of the day, we will rise, as Maya Angelou, the late Maya Angelou said, and still we rise, and still we rise in the midst of chaos, in the midst of confusion. And that's what they always create. That's all they know to create, because this country, it's a new, um, it's been newly developed, meaning it's not like, thousands of years, no, but it's a new country. They borrowed, they stole, they no, they stole. They had free labor. So yeah, of course, they may be millionaires, quadrillionaires. They had like 400 years of a start, 400-year start. So don't let that get you down. Don't even let that get you down, because ye are gods. We are gods. And the sooner you know that and you teach that to your children, this is where we are. This is what we need to impart. Because now we're homeschooling more. Some people online for school. So there is an opportunity for you to, like, an hour or two, to talk to your young people in your home, in your children, to say, we got you. What do you need? I want you to ascend to the heavens and the spiritual realm of existence. I want you to be protected. It might be some spiritual work that you would, do. You get a reading, for example, and you will know, if you want to contact me, certain types of readings, we will be able to identify what that child will become, if you will, because we have a lot of gifts, we have a lot of talents, and that's not going to go away. That's not going to go nowhere far. It's not going to go away. That's why we are here. That's why we remain here. If you did not create us, you cannot destroy us. If you did not create us, you cannot destroy us. If you did not create us, you cannot destroy us. So my light is going out again. But yeah, so this was the conversation tonight. I was speaking with a dear friend, and this kind of came up in my spirit. Ye are gods, ye are goddesses, and the sooner you know that and live your life accordingly, in spirit and truth, it'll set you free. It will set you free, and you will be able to navigate beautifully. Things will just fall into your lap, because you will know you're on purpose, and this is totally designed, but yeah. So I thank you for listening, and be well. Take care of yourself and your loved ones and your community. And the COVID-19 is going to be something else in 5 years. There's going to be another gotcha moment of chaos and confusion. So when we take the plug out, we stay informed. That's okay. Stay informed. We know to do that. But make sure you don't vibrate so low. trying to get out of the bed and, you're down and out. This is the design. This is what they want. They want increase in suicide. They want an increase of chaos and confusion. That's all they know how to do. They know how to do that well. Keep everyone on the loop, keep everyone spinning and chasing their tail. And we know we're melanated people. We know better. We definitely know better. So I look forward to your comments, your questions, your emails, and be well. But ye are gods. So when you operate from that premise, that knowing, trusting, and believing, and it's going to be fine. It is fine. It is perfect. So if you have sensibility of self, you're going to eat right, meaning eat properly. Let me say that. Eat properly. Drink a lot of water. You can do basic. This is basic 101. Eat properly. Drink a lot of water. I'm going to say, so your height is like, if you're 150 pounds, you're going to drink 75 ounces of water. Okay. So eat properly, drink a lot of water, exercise, meditate, etc. Turn off the TV, meditate, 30 minutes. It's not a whole lot of time, but being still, just being still, just shut out everything around you and just go to your knowing, that sweet spot where you know everything is possible. So when you come from that, I just know it puts a smile on your face, because when you know, that's where you come from. This is the outer, and if it permeates, that's your fault. This is an outer exercise. I look at it exercise. When people cut me off, oh, it's an exercise. I don't get, I'm not like, ooh, I'm gonna get in front of them. Maybe 30 years ago I would do that, but now I take it in stride. I really, it's just low vibrational people. I just say like that, like, people are just vibrating lower at the lower level, and if I give them a pass, I do. I just don't even have it. It doesn't even permeate my consciousness, like why they did it. And, I need to get back in ahead. So that's all, like womp, 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 when you have that thought. So I just operate in a queenly manner, a goddess manner. That's all I know to do. That's my legacy that was left to me, and that's what I am feeding off of. My ancestors, the great, my grandmother, my grandmothers, my grandfathers. This is their legacy. So for us to do what we know to do, because we have all the tools, and it will set you free. So I'm going to say good night. I'd like for you to follow me, share, subscribe to my channel, The Melanin Report 360, The Melanin Report 360, The Melanin Report 360. And I look forward to your comments. If you have questions or you just want to get in contact with me, please do. And you stay safe, and just know, just to vibrate higher. See, when everyone's down here, when you're up here, you're out of the line, I don't want to say of attack, but if people are operating down here, they can't touch you. It's not an arrogance. It's knowing your truth. It sets us free. So have a wonderful, beautiful night. Stay safe. Be well. And we'll talk again tomorrow. Peace.